Alright, reading time. Yes. Today I'm going to read for you my new chapbook, The Girls of My Nightmares. Consists of 15 poems. Because I'm that lazy and I always do the bare minimum. I know, I should probably stop doing that. Anyway, regardless, let's get into this. It's an expansion of The Forest of Dreams, my previous chapbook. So without further ado, let's get into this. First poem, Blinding Beauty. Blinding beauty binding to me, finding newly, minding scrutiny, her azure eyes so hypnotic, sure disguise, but so erotic. Tempting me with words she slurs, instantly my mind just blurs, fooling me with blatant ease, pulling me doth not surcease. Although I know I must resist, still I go and I insist, please persist, for there's no measure, all consists of endless pleasure. Still I know throughout it all, sinking soul I feel the fall, up so high then coming down, through it all I slowly drown. Yes, very short one. Next one is Into Her Grasp. Poison in her heart, she's a sight of fear. As I slowly fall apart, she lets me know that she's here, watching and waiting for the end of it all. I hear her lifeless wailing, I hear her loudly call, leading me closer to her deathly abyss, that deathly whispering slur, sounding as I approach a realm of nothingness. What do you want? I ask. She laughs hysterically. She brings me to her grasp and says I'm hers for eternity. Yes. The next poem, Into Her Deathly World. I watch my mind slip, descend into nothingness, into her deathly trip, into her heartless abyss. I feel her world enclose, far from the world before. I go where no one goes. I fear for what's in store. My mind now gone, I feel my will is broke. Still, I just walk on, through her toxic smoke. I watch my life pass, before my very eyes. I watch my body toss, as it slowly dies. Yeah, I have some pretty crazy dreams. Let's not get too into it. The next poem is Her Home. A world once unseen, a world once unknown. Now I've finally been, and seen what the world hasn't shown. A place of mystery, lust and lore. There's so much for one to see, so much to explore. My mind now bent, unable to comprehend the path we underwent, reaching toward the end. This is her home, she said sinisterly. Feel free to roam, she said. You're mine for eternity. Sorry. I don't know why I did that. Don't ask questions, because I wouldn't even know how to answer. Wow, we're pretty much already a third way through. Poem number 5. A Succubus Being. A succubus being from the realm of the dead. Now I find myself fleeing from the side of my bed, a monotone screech letting into my mind, a haven out of reach, nowhere safe I can find. She follows me everywhere, as spiritually attached to me. My mind is her lair, my heart supposedly her soon-to-be, spiritually engaged, though I run for the hills, as I know it's all staged, for her love slowly kills. A drainage of life force, a usage of fears, soul-straining intercourse, paining weeping tears. Seems there's no escape, as I left her at the altar, now altering her shape, stands before me, lets a whisper. Your heart belongs to me, our souls are synthesized. Let me set you free, and give the world you visualized. This is what you want, and dare not say it isn't so. You can run, I love the hunt, but where you go, I'll always follow. What did you think of my woman imitation voice? That's pretty good, right? Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Don't be surprised if one day I become like a voice actor or something. I doubt it, but hey, you never know. I don't know. It's the worst imitation of a girl's voice ever. I know. Thanks. I'm a poet, not an actor. Let's be real. Anyway. So that was The Succubus Being. Now for poem number 6, Jezebel, let us read. Or me read. Let me read to you. Here we go. In the house of dogs I sit, and then she comes, echoing through this lifeless pit. She softly hums. Leading me to her, whispers my name. Cautiously I proceed. Suddenly the world around me bursts into flames. I have no choice but to follow her lead. She's taking me somewhere I've never seen, away from all I've known. The others around me, dressed obscene, indescribable things were shown. Quickly closed in, caressing my chest. Did so with a devilish grin. She said not to worry, she'd put me at rest. Her hand right through me, reaching deep within. Alone in a room, placed on a bed, atop my torso she seems, content and breaching inside my head. She already haunts my dreams, but she wants more. She wants my soul. She wants to tear out my heart. She wants my mind and being as a whole. And slowly she tears me apart. My hair is just so freaking annoying. I apologize. It keeps getting in my face. You're going to be seeing this a lot. Like, a lot. It's funny, though, because I literally tied my hair. As you can see, I got a little ponytail. I actually don't even know what it looks like from behind, so at least now I finally get to see through this video. But perhaps I should have also tied the fringe. But I know. But I like fringe, you know? I like to have a little hair at the front. It's just my sort of vibe, you know? Anyway, that was Jezebel. Now the next poem, Death is a Lady. Interesting title, isn't it? Death is a lady, or it's Jezebel maybe. Either way she calls me, and I proceed slowly. Hopelessly I walk, and I woefully talk. She says but one word, the word devilishly slurred. Sleep, sleep, she says. I'm in your nightmares. Come to me. I miss your deathly shruggery. Come a little closer, you'll no longer endure. I'm all you desire, I'm all you admire. One final trip before you break. You've lost it all, nothing's at stake. Come to me evermore. Lie with me like before. An eternal dream we'll be. With all you desire, finally free. No more pain, no more showering rain. Wouldn't you like to see what I have to show? Wouldn't you like to know all that I know? On the other side of life's treacherous rainbow is but a life of serenity, a beautiful glow. Take a step further and you'll finally be free with me for eternity. Whoa. That one's a deep one, isn't it? Yeah, let's not get too into that one either. Anyway, poem number 8, Killer by the Bar. Walking with style and grace, an unseeming smile and glittering face, long velvet dress under a black leather coat. Smothered tattooed ink from her legs to her throat, approaching her oblivious of intention. I order us drink, still lacking comprehension, failure to the fact I was beyond my limit, unaware that she was leading me to the devil's pit. Quickly takes my hand, lets a whisper into my ear, seems an enchantress mistook for someone dear, spiking my drink, or perhaps I was just foolish. I watched myself sink into a land far more ghoulish. Surrounding subconscious, without a spot of light, except a small window show her smiling in delight. 'Twas rather distant, so I watched from afar, in my mind's eye as she dumped my body in a car. Unable to move or react in any way, she took my lifeless body whilst my soul cast away, placed before a shrine while slowly coming to, tied down with vines, still too numb to break through. Regaining consciousness as she grabs a sacrificial blade. Talk about perfect timing, now hoping this is a charade. Body shaking violently, attempting to break free. For now I could feel, I feared devastatingly, the pain I'd endure from the blade piercing my skin, watching her approaching as she lets a final grin, reciting foreign phrases as the knife nears impact. Then I woke up at an instant just before it made contact. Man, I remember that. That was a crazy freaking dream. Holy crap. Anyway, I'm glad that's over. Next poem. Poem number 9. She's the Sight of Fear. Yes, another short one. taste of cigarettes off the tip of her lips, with a scent of death in her breath of hellish misery, nails like bayonets on her deathly fingertips, coursing through my spine, piercing deep as she holds me, the fire in her eyes burning deep into my soul, scorching my heart as she rips me apart, ruling my mind and being as a whole. She says we near the time where I finally depart. Her crimson red dress, well so it is, drenched in the blood of the soul she misled, like she now does to me with only but a kiss, encroaching my mind, delving deep into my head. She knows my feelings, she knows my fears, utilizes them, feeding off them insatiably. She feasts on my sorrow and she drinks my tears. She will not rest until she finally kills me. Yes, she's a side of fear. Yes, good one. I know. Sorry. Anyway, next poem, Slave to Her Seduction. Pulling me closer into her deathly grip, piercing my skin with her fingertips, I feel my mind slip with the very first sip. I taste her poison off the tip of my lips. Her deathly tone with the whisper she slurs through the passage of my ears, and my mind just blurs. Through the power of seduction, she takes control. Through the power of seduction, she reaps my soul. Now I wonder, how could this be? Blinded by her devilish beauty, under her seduction I can no longer see. Mind-altering abduction, yet I feel so free. As addicting as addiction is, still I ask if I'm more than this. She pulls me in with the faintest kiss, just a taste and I'm filled with emptiness. Ironic, though it seems to be, slowly killing while uplifting me, mind filling whilst draining my heart, content with southern comfort whilst falling apart. Yes, that was poem number 10, Slave to Her Seduction. I don't know why I said it like that. Poem number 11, Her Poisonous Nectar. She feeds off the roots of my lust, fueling her treachery. She wields it like a weapon to gain my trust in order to control me. She delves deep into my soul, knows my secrets and desires. She studies my being as a whole in order to better conspire, weakening my mind with every deadly sip of her poisonous nectar, now blind, unknowingly allowing myself to slip. She watches in exaltation, laughing as I stumble and fall, fueling her infatuation as I tumble in awe. To her it's a game, watching me break, leading me into shame until the fatal mistake. Wanting me to die, using her resources, she watches as I cry under the influence of her deadly forces. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know. I'm so weird today. I'm extremely nervous, in case you can tell. I don't know why I'm so nervous, like fucking hell. But I am. It's weird. So yeah, that was Her Poisonous Nectar. Next poem, Lust and Temptation. Alright, cool. Her poisonous kiss still I taste on the tip of my lips, her slithering, whispering hiss. I watch as my innocence slowly slips. Her empty flattery moves me up the mountains of lust. Still, I know it's trickery, yet I can't help but want to trust. Her tasteless bracelets placed around my wrists, her graceless phrases shroud a cloud of toxic mist. A puppet on her strings, blindly following her lead, but the moment she sings, I feel she's all that I need. Aw, how romantic. No, not romantic. Not romantic at all. Definitely not romantic. It's a trick. One of the first horror poems I ever wrote, the one I wrote when I was 18, called Winter Witch. It was the first time I wrote a poem about a woman, you know, with a woman antagonist, I mean. Winter Witch. Alone I dread as the rain pours slow, in the shadow of the corner gazing out the window. Clouds of grey accompanied by a ghastly shadow, a womanly figure barefoot in the snow, clothed in a black dress, seemingly serene, black hair and crown of thorns like a goth queen, still in the cold yet doesn't let a shiver. Approaching my house I begin to quiver, with the looks of a witch, attire black as night, though a beautiful face and skin glistening bright. Curious but fearful, I can't look away, still I shake as she comes my way. She stares directly into my eyes, and then she disappears. All's but quiet for only but a moment, then a whisper lets into my ears. "Open the door," it had said. Then again once more it had pled. Approaching the door, I open it slow. There before me, with an alluring glow, was the Goth Queen, the witch in the snow. Beside her a raven and a crow. Not a word was said. She let herself in, looked at me with a devilish grin. Her presence felt dark, and my soul was in pain, but her beauty so compelling put my heart at strain. She whispered to me slowly, "No need to fear," and said, "Close your eyes, and all will become clear." Ah! Sorry. Yeah, very scary. Very scary indeed. I cannot believe it. I know. Freaky, man. Freaky. No, what really happened was I just woke up after that. That's why I just left it off there. Because I didn't know what else to write, because I woke up, and I wasn't going to make shit up, because then it wouldn't be authentic, Poem number 14, The Aleokeye. Pale-faced nightmare with a two-parter head. No eyes to stare, just gaping holes instilling dread. A womanly figure, slim and dismembered, gravely obscure, bearing wings of a bird, seemingly plucked or perhaps defeathering. I feel my life force being sucked and my mind slowly tethering. What is this creature I now find myself before, with an absence of feature, skin resembling that of all? A rocky iron texture, mouth sewn stripping by its seams, a slur render me a blur, spitting blood so it seems. She now, rippling reality, for encroaching my mind, dreaming seeming insanity, for she renders me blind. Yeah, I know, my dreams are so weird. Poem number 15, The Lost Poem. Yes, I'd just like to take the time quickly just to apologize to all Rob Zombie fans for this one. I'm sorry to disappoint you, though. Although it shares the same title as one of Rob Zombie's songs, it doesn't resemble his song in any way. But if it makes you feel any better, I love that song just as much as you do. Really, I listened to it like 5 times today. It's a song I jam to quite often. It's thanks to my mom that I found out about that song. Anyway, The Living Dead Girl. Here we go. The Lost Poem. Yes. Lurking the streets with an insatiable thirst, angelic, but vampiric for eternity cursed, leads me sensually, exclaiming I'd be her first. I thought she meant virginity. Seems I'm in for the worst. Seamlessly we go from the tavern to the inn, chillingly, although I felt a burning deep within, thought of fiery passion, though it seems not the case, a loss of fascination, for who dreams of such a place? By the fire bed, exchanging spit before a blaze, romantic then turned frantic as she lets into her craze. Head to wall, my body tossed right across the room, met with sudden suspicion for a sense of impending doom. Quick to think, though drunkenly, dived headfirst through a window, though not without my drink, for hangover was soon to follow. Double-story drop, I landed face to muddy ground, washed face in horse's drinking water as no one was around. Trying, running, stumbling, tumbling, heading for the trees, though not the ending, as the dead girl dare not seize. Taking hold foolishly, assumingly in sanctuary, then right before me breathlessly stands the devilish beauty. Hands on chest, pressed against a tree, and stupidly I speak. "I don't want my blood to mess on your dress," she grunted, and I shriek. Lunges at me open mouth, claiming her first kill. Suddenly I quickly wake, though shamelessly, screaming still. Yes, it's pretty embarrassing. True story, I literally woke up screaming, and my parents barged into the room, and they're like, "What the hell is going on?" I'm like, "Oh, no, nothing, I just had a bad dream." And they're like, "Really, is that it?" I'm like, "Yes." And then they just told me to shut the hell up, and then they marched back to their bedroom and slammed their door. Really? Anyway, that's it. Hope you all enjoyed. This has been a live poetry reading of The Girls of My Nightmares. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments about what you liked about it, what you thought could use some work on. And if you yourself write poetry, and you post text photos on Instagram, or like myself, you make videos of you reading your poetry, feel free to tag me in them, because I love poetry. I really love poetry. So I'm always down to see what everyone else is doing too, you know? It's nice to share it around. But otherwise, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I know you're probably going to hate me for asking this, but if you did enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. Thank you for spending these 30 minutes, I think, with me. I hope it wasn't a colossal waste of time. I hope you enjoyed it just as much as I did. And I hope you dig my style just as much as I do, because pirates are cool. Pretty much after this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to post photo text on my Instagram, which I'll also leave a link to in the description, because I forget that you can do that. And then afterwards, I'm going to start producing the instrumentals for the spoken word poetry album version of this chapbook, which you will hear as soon as I can get it out there. But yeah, otherwise, thank you for watching, and I'll see you whenever I see you again, I guess, for the live poetry reading of the next chapbook. Peace out.